What's up, boys? We're back with some more Conquest Dark, and today we're going to be creating the ultimate Blizzard Mage by maxing out the Frostfall spell. So we're looking for Acolyte, and I think those passives are fine. The other race might be better, but I'm not exactly sure. It has something about having healing resistance, which I think would be fine. But I'm not going to experiment with it right now. I think we'll take the ice shards. The blade would be cool because it has an offhand that has some good stats, but I think we kind of have an overlap with the sun runes for the blizzard spell. Those seem to have the best ones for getting the eldritch rune that multiplies everything. So I think to really maximize it, we'll want to go something that isn't a melee attack. So here we go, Frostfall. And then also, I think as soon as we get the passive ability, I'm going to toss the +1 rune slot onto that, so that we have a guaranteed 4 slaughter on either of our main attacks, either the energy generator or the spender. Hopefully the blizzard, but I think the shards are fine as well, since that'll probably increase the energy generation in some way. Let's go attack reach here. Oh, I don't even have the passive yet. Let's see what all we can get on here. The sun runes. So we'll want these two. There's actually not the greatest synergy for multiplying stuff on that then. You can get some pretty good damage there. I guess we'll have to go for these two then. And then I guess we'll skip and then hope to get some blues so that we can rarity up those to some cheap legendaries. So I'm hoping the attack reach on the blizzard affects simply the falling explosion, sort of like Firestorm or whatever in Path of Exile. We'll go Barrage there. Well, actually I guess it affects both parts there. I'm hoping it affects just the explosion and not like the total area, so that it will give us a ton of single target damage, if that makes sense. So we'll rarity that up to a legendary. Arcane Missiles is not bad. I think that's fine. Sigil of Flames is kind of cool, but I don't know that we'll be scaling up the stats for that all that much. So here I think either of these are fine. I have this at a slightly higher level, so we'll just go there. I find the Arcane Orbs actually have pretty good single target damage if you get some extra movement speed, and then you sort of run around the boss in a clockwise motion so that your balls are just constantly touching them. It does a ton of physical and emotional damage. Then also they have like a chance to explode every time, I think. Oh, it's actually just every time for 20% of the base, it looks like. Let's get a level in that just to have a bit more consistent on the freezing. Oh, I never noticed that before, but you can actually see when an enemy has a dodge charge, right? There's a silver arrow under one of them there. Or was I imagining that? I don't see them anymore, but that guy dodged. Let's get the attack reach here. So if we go clockwise, I can keep my balls on them a bit longer, and then has pretty good single target damage. Those guys are just melting. Here, let's go for the early rare items that'll help us buff up the stuff a bit more throughout the run. And we can take the Sunrune multiplier to maximize those stats. Proc chance, that will work on the dodging artifacts. Not sure if there's anything else that would be good here. I think that's fine. Ooh, projectile splits, health and damage to injured. I guess we should probably take that. I think the maximum barrier you can have is based on... Oh yeah, I need to see where we get the +1. So put that there, got it on the blizzard. I'm not sure if that's actually that good. That's fine. So I don't think there's another sun that would be great. If we get a source of burning, I could actually use that for big damage, but we could just take something that would be fun, like double shots. Oh, energy costs, yeah, that's fine. So we'll probably want those two, and then we can't actually multiply that. So I could do something else, but we'll definitely want the piercing on that. Oh, and then probably split chance. Yeah, those are pretty big even if we're not multiplying them. We could actually do split chance and still multiply that. I think that is a pretty strong stat on them. So I think proc chance works on stuff like that. I don't want any of these, I think. I do want that. I think it works on stuff like that as well, but I don't care about that one here. Let's see, we could get another arcane orbs, and that is part of the set, and it has projectile amounts. That seems pretty cool. Then I think we'll take teleports, and then hopefully the dodge artifact will take care of the charges and we won't end up needing that. But I do like blade dash. I just think we'll want this for the barrier recharge, since that's kind of hard to come by. Yeah, it seems kind of hard to have like a good rune setup on the basic attack you're doing with Frostfall, since it's kind of hard to get good stuff on both of those. You really want the sun stuff there, and then if you still had the sun rune multiplier, then the melee attack would be really good, since you could get like instant attack and attack reach, maybe? I don't know. No, you're using attack reach on there for the AoE, I guess. Resistance piercing movement charge, I guess it's fine. Oh, we could do that to try and get maybe a new passive with a burning effect at some point so we can also scale at those stats. Yeah, I saw a dodge charge on that guy, but then the one in front of him, I didn't see it. And I think he dodged? Is it like my target chose him or something? Damage to frozen, not bad. Yeah, I think we probably will multiply the moon rune there. Double shot would work. But I think with the projectile splitting, that should still be fairly solid then. Let's go damage here. Am I using any of these? I don't think so. That one's kind of cool though. Cane orbs, what can we do on that? That's the last slot, so we can put the double shot on that then? No, that's not available. Huh, I guess there's nothing really cool for that then. Yeah, I guess we may as well take that, or I guess a little bit of extra freezing transports. Projectile Pierce will give us a bit more energy generation with those. I think I'm fine with that. And then we want that to constantly give dodge charges, I think. And we'll skip those for now. Hope to get some blue ones later on for more fun legendaries. Then we should probably turn damage numbers off so that I'll be able to see clearly with all the blizzards starting to fly everywhere. Why are my balls suddenly so far apart? Chance is cool. Chain targets. I don't think we even have anything for that. think we should be able to get dodge charges on gear as well at some point. I definitely got them on the thief class, but maybe that origin doesn't unlock that type of gear. It might be like light armor or something, which would be the court jester or whatever. So maybe we don't even have access to that one. Get the barrage maxed out. Try to keep our balls on top of her for massive deeps. That could come into play later on if we like lose a bunch of lives and bleed down to 1 HP. That actually would become pretty strong at that point. So I think I'm fine with that. And then the barrier will be most of our HP anyways. We can get an aura for some burning effect. Oh, quick strike gives energy generation. That would be pretty cool. That's nice for projectile amount. Ooh, those are both tempting. I think I'm going to take the quick strike and then hope we get something similar to that later on. A quick strike gives us 3 energy every time we do the basic ice shard attack. Reduce bleed and attack speed. I guess we can take that. Max out that for the frozen synergy. Is there any reason that the little meta progression stuff doesn't scale with like soul pickup range? Because it's just so easy to leave that stuff behind on the ground. I don't really see the point in that. Let's get a level or 2 in that for some survivability real quick before heading back into the damage. kind of wish there was a way to tell where they're teleporting when they go like off screen like that. So moon, is that any good? It's okay. We could really use either of those, but I think that's decent. Let's go damage there. I guess I'll take the XP. Other ones are kind of chunkier. Primal is junk. So it'd just be damage to stunned, which is going to be pretty hard to use, I guess, just rare items here. Attack speed is nice. Attack reach. Nah, we'll go here for more blizzards. I should be able to get some more dodge charges from the soul fragments, right? Even though we probably don't have the items unlocked. Well, I guess we are getting the attack speed based on life loss now. Although every level up will fully heal that, I think. Yeah, back to full HP. We'll just have to lose some lives so that we take constant bleeding damage to benefit from that stuff later on. That's okay. I guess we can take that. Energy cost is cool, projectile split is cool. I'm not sure which of those would be better. I guess if we can get that very high, then it'll become better as you get more of it. I don't know what's hitting me over here. Was there something on the ground? Probably crit chance here. We actually can get some decent value out of that now. Try some of that. Primary attack movement. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll be a low life mage now, other than when I level up and go back to full life and lose a ton of bonuses. So I think we want to avoid that entirely. Movement speed is fine, I guess. Power and piercing are both pretty decent. I guess we can take that since it's a higher rarity. At the basic ice shards, pierce a little bit more. Actually better when they have a lot of ads, so we can pierce a bunch of them with the ice shards, or even more blizzards. But this guy just doesn't summon that much, it seems like. Get piercing. We can get more orbs and projectile amount and attack speed. That looks pretty nice. Instant attack is pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty sick here. Double shot and solar resistance. Those are both pretty nice. I think we'll just take the decent greater. attack speed or split, that's higher, so I guess we'll take that. I doubt it works on the blizzards, I'm just thinking for the ice shards, it's more energy generation. Another quick strike there. We do have the set bonuses maxed, although those are decent. Those are decent. I don't know, I guess we'll just take another quick strike, see how that goes. The critical hit chance here. Projectile amount sounds fun. I might need some more movement charges for this. This guy's pretty fast and there's a lot of tornadoes. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's kind of just cheesing me. I think we needed more movement charges. If I had gone for that other set, I would have been fine. Oops. Going with the movements and the proc chance. I thought you could get movement charges and dodge charges on the soul shards though. But I didn't see any of them here. God, the tornado right in front of me. Oh yeah, you can. I just never saw any of them. Well, maybe it'll help out a little bit here. These are kind of bad. I guess we'll take a reroll here. Projectile split's cool, sure. Energy cost is fun. Block and attack speeds. Yeah, Yeah, I guess we may as well since we'll be permanently pretty low now. Projectile amount or projectile amounts? Other than right after a level up, we should bleed pretty quickly with all of the lives gone now. God, I need some movement charges though. I really should have thought about that with the set items. It seems like some of them are immune to freezing though. Oh, I'm just dead. Rip. Don't think I could have done anything there. Got a couple rune levels, not a ton though. Yeah, we really needed an extra movement charge there, it seemed like. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do ice shards. It just seems like the sun runes are the best for that one. A lot of projectiles will be better with moon based runes though. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.